Yo, 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 what's up? What's up, everyone? What's up? Whoever's here right now, what's up? What's up? Haven't seen you guys in a while. Haven't seen you guys in a while. What's up? What's up, everyone? And whoever's new here, welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. My name is Frank. This is episode 47, Horror Sunday. So please like and subscribe to the channel. If you're a horror fan, please keep smashing that thumbs up right there. Let me see. Leroy Lorax says, "What's up? What's up, Leroy? If you're still there, what's up, Leroy Lorax? How you doing, bro? How you doing, Leroy? How you doing? Glad to see you." Tyrese Daniel says, Five Nights at Freddy 2 movie. Yes, I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna go see it either tomorrow or Tuesday. I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna go see it either tomorrow or Tuesday because I've been filming for a movie, so I haven't had time. Let me see. Taby says, "I love to go space. I love to go space and stuff. Back the thing above the door area and the mask. I love Ghostface is my favorite. Awesome. Oh yeah, the thing logo right there. Yeah, Ghostface right here. We love Ghostface. I love all horror. I love all horror. Dominic St. Clair says, "Hey, what's up, Dominic? How you doing, bro? Glad to see you, bro. I had a tongue twister. Glad to see you, bro. Glad to see you, man. Glad to see you. Can't wait to film this Thursday again." Apple Ricky says, "Oh my God, I got a funny story to tell you that happened on Saturday." What is it, Apple Ricky? Spill the beans in the chat. Alex De Leche says, "Hello from France. I love horror movies and literature." Awesome, awesome. Then you're at the right place. I love horror movies as well and literature. I read Frankenstein and Bram Stoker's Dracula when I was in high school. And I got everything horror here in the room as well. We got Ghostface Wall, we got Michael Myers and Chucky over there, you know? So yeah, we love horror here. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up right there, guys. Come on. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up. Alex, Jose Kiwi says, "Hi, what's up, Kiwi? How you doing? How you doing, Kiwi? If you're new here to the channel, please like and subscribe. I'm Frank. This is Hollywood Horror Film Club, episode 47 today." Frank Hines says, "I hope you are having a wonderful day today." I hope you are too, Frank. I hope you are too, man. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for saying that. And thank you so much for being here, man. Hell yeah. Appreciate it. Please keep smashing the thumbs up, guys. Let's get it up to 20. Apple Ricky says, "So when we were cutting a tree for Christmas, we had yell cutter to get a cutter, and I kept yelling it. It just messed up with them. When they came to me, I said, 'Ah, never mind. I found something.'" Now that's crazy. So you were calling a cutter to come cut it, and eventually you just figured it out. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Some people don't do their job. Let me see my bed right here. Kiwi says, "So when we're no. Kiwi says, you remember me? You remember me, man? You gotta Well, I could see you've been here before by the crown. I don't think I remember you though. You gotta remind me, Kiwi. You gotta remind me." Apple Ricky says, "I cannot help it. It was funny." Yeah, it is funny. Yeah, hey Kiwi, you gotta help me remember. You gotta help me remember. I forgot. A lot of people coming through here, you know? A lot of people come and go right here on the channel, you know? Please remind me, Kiwi, but from what it looks like, obviously you have been here because I made you a moderator or something, you know? So yeah, just let me know. Let me know, how did everyone spend their weekend? What did everyone do this weekend? It's Sunday already, right? Tomorrow everyone goes back to work or school. Did anyone see Five Nights at Freddy's 2 already? Has anyone seen Five Nights at Freddy's 2 already? Let me know in the chat, but don't spoil it. Let me know in the chat, but don't spoil it if you've seen Five Nights at Freddy's already. Let me see. Let me see. What am I doing here? Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to put the link in my YouTube, my Instagram right now. Apple Ricky says it was like ding dong ditching. That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Kiwi says it was like 2024, 2023. Damn, that's been a while, bro. That's been a while. You got to remind me, Kiwi, what was your other name? What was your other name before you switched it? Or was it Kiwi the whole time? Was it Kiwi the whole time? Or was it Kiwi the whole time? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. You got to remind me. You got to remind me because I forgot. Like, we talk about a lot of things here. A lot of people come through here on the channel, you know? So, yeah, like, I be forgetting sometimes and stuff. Oh, yeah, just remind me, Kiwi. Alex De Leche says, ooh, cool. Alex is here. Awesome. Alex says, "I'm discovering YouTube live videos. You seem very energetic." Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Alex, if you're new here to the channel, please smash the thumbs up. My name is Frank. Today is Horror Sundays, episode 47. Today is Horror Sundays, episode 47 here on the channel. Kiwi says like 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. It's all good, Kiwi. No worries. No worries. Just as long as you come in more often, huh? Kiwi says it's been like a long time, man. I'm 10 now. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy, Kiwi. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. But it's all good. No worries about it. No worries. Hey, give me a second, guys. All right, I'm going to be putting the link to this live chat on my Instagram. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. We back. We back. We are back. We back. We back. We are back. Kiwi says, okay, that's awesome. Hell yeah, we have 16. Let's get it up to 20, guys. Come on. Let's get it up to 20 so more people could join us here on the live stream. Kiwi says, okay, it's all good, Kiwi. Like I said, don't worry. Just as long as you show up more often here. It's all good. Alex says, I clicked on a Bonner. It might be like a thumb, I guess. Oh, okay. No worries, Alex. No worries. Hey, so I was asking earlier, has anyone seen Five Nights at Freddy's 2 yet? Has anyone seen Five Nights at Freddy's 2 yet? Apple Ricky says, I'm just going to focus on my Children of the Corn remake and my film Isaac. That's awesome, Apple Ricky. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Let me know if you've seen Five Nights at Freddy's 2 yet. Let me know if you've seen Five Nights at Freddy's 2 yet. I really want to know. I really want to know what y'all, if any of y'all have seen it already. I know Apple Ricky's seen it already. I saw on Instagram. She got to go see it. Like I said, I'm gonna go see it hopefully this Tuesday or something, or no, maybe tomorrow or Tuesday. Most likely Tuesday though, because tomorrow I gotta clean some guitars. Kiwi says, do you want to hear a joke? What is it, Kiwi? What is your joke? What is your joke, Kiwi? Apple Ricky says, I've seen it. It was awesome. Yeah, like I said, I'm probably not gonna go tomorrow because I gotta clean some guitars, but I'm definitely gonna go Tuesday. Definitely gonna go Tuesday. Definitely gonna go Tuesday. What is your joke, Kiwi? What is the joke? Let me know, Kiwi. What is the joke? Let me know. Let me know. And we're about to get into some movie news soon. All right, we're about to get into some movie news. So if you guys have any questions, ask them now. Because we're about to hop into some movie news right now in a bit. Let me see. Kiwi says, why can't you hear an elephant go in the bathroom? Because his be silent. Wait, what do you? That actually sounds pretty funny, but I just don't get the end. Why can't you hear an elephant go into the bathroom? Because his be silent. Shouldn't it be his behind? Shouldn't it be his behind? But it says his be silent. It's cool though. It's a nice joke. Alex says, what are your favorite horror books and movies? My favorite horror books, huh? Well, my favorite horror books probably probably be the original Mary Shelley Frankenstein and the original Bram Stoker's Dracula. Those are some good books. I read those in high school. Movies, as far as movies, my favorite slasher movies are obviously Halloween 78 would be my first favorite slasher movie. Then close second would probably be Scream or Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street, one of those three. I love all horror pretty much, bro. I love all horror. I grew up watching the Universal Monster horror movies, the black and white ones, as a kid in the 90s. So I'm a fan of that kind of horror and of like modern slashers as well, I love it all. I love it all. And like I said, the books, let me see what other books there is besides Mary Shelley and Bram Stoker. There's Jaws also by Peter Benchley. For some of those who don't know, Jaws was originally a book before it was a movie, just like, every Steven Spielberg movie is usually a book before it's a movie. Besides E.T., I think, Jurassic Park was also a book before a movie. So, yeah. Alex, if that answers any of your questions. Kiwi says, peace, sorry. Okay, let me see. Why can't you hear the elephant go in the bathroom? Because his pee silent. Apple Ricky says, I'll definitely be doing a remake of A Clockwork Orange just soon. That'll be cool, Apple Ricky. Hi, glad to hear it. Who are you gonna get? Who do you want to play, Alex? Evan Peters, you said, right? Yeah, I could definitely see that as Alex. Alex says, thank you for your answer. Yeah, man, hell yeah, definitely. Hell yeah, definitely. Kiwi says, bro, just realized that I'm 5'6". I found out. It's all good, bro. It's all good. Don't worry about it, man. It's all good. I'm like 5'10". I'm like 5'10" myself. I'm not even like 6 feet myself. I'm like 5'10". I was like average height, you know? It's all good, bro. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up right there, guys. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up. Let's get it up to 20. We're almost there. We are almost there. Apple Ricky says, yes, definitely be casting Evan Peters to play Alex. Yeah, yeah. He has the look for that, you know? He has the look for that. You got to get him soon, though. You got to get him soon because, you know, before he gets too old, you know, then you're going to have to find some other younger guy that has that Alex, like, type of look, you know what I mean? But yeah, definitely. Definitely. Hell yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. That's gonna be interesting to see. Hopefully you do get it done. A Clockwork Orange. That's something someone really doesn't mess with. Is like the Clockwork Orange. Like I've never seen anyone try to make a remake out of that or a reboot or a prequel to that. There's a prequel to Rosemary's Baby, but there isn't like no prequel or nothing like that to Clockwork Orange, which is interesting. Which is very, very, very interesting if you ask me. Hell yeah. But yeah, cool. Cool. I think we should get into some movie news, guys. I think we should start getting into some movie news right there. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up for those of you that are barely getting here, who's ever just arriving. Let's get it up to 20. Alex says, I must say I'm kind of an introvert, so you are so powerful to me. It's not a bad thing. You seem nice. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Alex. Some people think I'm mean. Some people think I'm mean for some reason, but it's all good. Thank you so much for that awesome compliment, Alex. I appreciate it. Apple Ricky says, or a sequel to Clockwork Orange, or I prefer the prequel. Honestly, I prefer the prequel, Apple Ricky. I prefer the prequel. I like where the movie ends, honestly. I like where the original movie ends. I would honestly prefer a prequel. The prequel idea was a way better idea. Apple Ricky said, I picture Alex having a flashback to when he was a kid. It would be the answer why he's awful. Yeah, yeah, that'll be cool too. But then again, yeah, you said Evan Peters, right? So if you did do a sequel, then you probably would be able to do a sequel with Alex Young again still, because they could just make Evan look more like Malcolm McDowell with prosthetics and stuff like that, you know. But I think I don't know how tall is Evan Peters. I think Malcolm McDowell might have been a bit shorter. I'm not too sure. Apple Ricky, how tall is Evan Peters? How tall is Evan Peters? Look it up. How tall is Evan Peters? Alex says, not mean at all, but you may be impressive for shy people. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that compliment. I appreciate that compliment so much, Alex. Thank you so much. Apple Ricky says, do you think Callum Vincent should play young Alex or another actor? Young Alex? No, I think another actor. I think another actor because Callum Vincent looks more like the kid from the original what is it called? The original Children of the Corn movie. He has more of a rounder face. Alex, Malcolm McDowell's character in Clockwork Orange has a more like a chiseled kind of face in that movie, you know? So I think you would want someone with a more chiseled face like Evan Peters, you know? So you would want to cast a younger kid that looks closer to Evan Peters, you know, than Callum Vincent, because Callum Vincent has a more rounded face, like I said, which is good for Jason. Kiwi says, "Bro, can you show your my what? Can I show? Can you show your mom? No, bro. Why? Why? My mom's old, bro. Come on, Kiwi. What is that supposed to mean, man? My mom's old, bro." Egg Stranger Things says, hi, what's up, Egg Stranger Things? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to another episode of Horror Sundays. Today's episode 47. Hell yeah. Egg Stranger Things, glad to see you here. Glad to see you doing okay. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Egg Stranger Things, get us up to 18. Egg Stranger Things, please get us up to 18. So more people could join us here on the chat. Please, Egg Stranger Things. Egg Stranger Things says, did I get here late? Not at all. Not at all, like Stranger Things, not at all. You're right on time. You're right on time. I'm about to start getting into the movie news soon. I just spent like about 20 minutes just saying hi and saying what's up to everyone. But yes, thank you so much, ex Stranger Things, for being here. And no, like I said, you're at the right time. Apple Ricky says, or should Gran Feely play young Alex? That's who I want to play Malachi. Maybe him, yeah. Yeah, definitely maybe him. Definitely, yeah, from the pictures you sent me, he has a more chiseled face, like Alex, you know? It's like Alex has cheekbones because he's kind of like thin, you know? Callum Vincent has a more rounded face. He looks like a more chubbier kid from the face. So yeah, that would be perfect for, like I said, Isaac in Children of the Corn, because in the original Children of the Corn, Isaac does have like a kind of like roundish little face a bit. Let me see. Alex says, Spring Plush, what Alex are you talking about? I'm lost. Alex from Clockwork Orange. McKay Castaneda says, I have no school today. What the heck is going on? We're just talking about movies. We're just talking about movies, McKay Castaneda. I thought you were going to school today. What happened? No class or what? And what part of the world do you live in, McKay, for you to be going to school on a Sunday? Hey, McKay, can you please smash the thumbs up right there? Get us up to 19. Please, McKay. So more people could join us here in the live. Please, McKay, smash that thumbs up right there. Please, get us up to 19. So more people could join us here on the live stream. And like I said, we're just talking about movies. I'm about to start getting into movie news soon. Stranger Things says, good. Hell yeah, Stranger Things. Glad to see you're doing good too. Apareki says, Alex, we're talking about Alex from Clockwork Orange. Yes, Alex. Alex, that psychopath, torturer, narcissistic, psychopath. You know, that dude. That dude. Alex was the Patrick Bateman before Patrick Bateman, kind of. This Rogue One says, what's up, everyone? Sorry I'm late. It's all good, Rogue One. You're right on time. You're right on time. You're right on time, Rogue One. You're right on time. Like I said, I usually spend like 20, 21 minutes just saying hi to everyone, you know, welcoming everyone. But I'm about to get into the movie news soon right now. But glad to see you're doing okay. Rogue One, please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Rogue One, get us up to 19 so more people could join us here on the live stream. Please, Rogue One, please, we're counting on you. Please smash that thumbs up. Get us up to 19, please. Yes, we're almost there. We're almost there. Thank you, Rogue One. Thank you. Kiwi says, bro, I love scared movies. I love scary movies too, Kiwi. I love scary movies too as well. Hell yeah. Which scary movies are your favorite, Kiwi? Yes, we're at 20. Hell yeah, let's keep it going up, guys. Let's keep it going up from now. Let's keep it going up. Let's keep it going up. McKay Castaneda says, Franklin, I had no school today. That's awesome. Hell yeah, school sucks. I used to hate school, but obviously graduate high school though. Oh, damn. So someone cut us back to 19. Let's get it up to 20 again, guys. Oh, there it is again. Someone keeps trolling me. It's pretty funny though. But yeah, Mackie Castaneda says, Franklin, I had no school today. Yeah, dude, I used to hate school as well, bro. Honestly, to be totally honest, I didn't even graduate high school. I used to just go to school just to hang out and just talk to the chicks, you know, pretty much. That's all I went to school for, was just to go skate, hang out, go to the music class as well, and talk to the girls, and that's about it. Oh, and history class was like the only interesting class. And English class, that's about it. Everything else was boring. Math, PE was cool too. But yeah, I used to hate waking up in the morning, bro, having to go to this cold ass freaking building that felt like jail, you know. So yeah, but yeah, Mac, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here in the chat, Mac. Hell yeah. Alex says, Spring Plus, sorry. Kiwi says, oh, have you seen Welcome to Derry? Like I said, I haven't had the chance, Kiwi. I haven't had the chance. I'm going to be moving this week already, so I'm not going to be live streaming from this room anymore. I'm going to be moving like 10 minutes from where I live. It's not even that far. I'm going to be moving like 10 minutes from where I live, from where I used to live now. So I'll be getting a new streaming service over there. I'm going to be buying my HBO Max. I'm going to be getting my Hulu back. Yeah, so by then I'll be able to watch it, Welcome to Derry. Like I said, me and my brother, we were trying to watch it, but the TV started messing up, and I don't know, it just didn't happen, you know. So I'd rather just wait until I buy the app, you know, so I could watch the show. But I heard it's really good. I heard it's really good. Mackie Castaneda says, just Mac. Mac, you like it when I call you just Mac? Mac? All right, Mac. or Mackie. Mac. Oh, so you want me to just call you Mac? All right. Kiwi says it's no scary. It's not scary, or it's so scary. You mean? I'm pretty sure you mean it's so scary because I've heard a lot of people saying it's pretty scary. Like there's a lot of jump scares. Apple Ricky says, nah, you're good, Alex. Don't apologize. Mac Castaneda says, guys called me Mac. Guys called me Mac. Who called you Mac? I did. You don't like being called Mac? Or what should I call you, Mackie? Alex says, I've read the book so many years ago, never seen the movie. Which book? Which book? Which book? Bram Stoker's Dracula, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. What else? I forgot. I think that Mummy movie from Universal was made up of like different stories or something like that. Interview with the Vampire is another good one. Remember, hey Alex, remember you asked me my favorite books? Interview with the Vampire is another good one. Interview with the Vampire. Now that is a cool vampire movie. Also, Abigail was pretty good because the vampires are actually scary there as well and fast and cool, you know? Yeah, but yeah, Interview with the Vampire is another good vampire book. Reagan says, what time is it there? Right now it is 4:26. Let me see. AM. Is it an AM or PM? Oh yeah, 4:26 p.m. here in Los Angeles, California. 4:26 p.m. Mac says, called me Mac. All right, Mac says, I'm from Philippines. Awesome, Mac. Awesome. Hello to you from Los Angeles, California. Hello to you from Los Angeles, California, Mac. Alex says, don't say school sucks. I'm a teacher. A naive one or naive one, you mean? You're a teacher? Really? That's crazy. You're a teacher? School used to be boring, though, dude, honestly. Reagan says, you seem so wholesome. Who? Me? Nah, really? Me? Come on, guys. Let's get it back up to 20. Let's get it back up to 20, guys. Come on. Let's get it up to 21 this time. Let's get it up to 21. Smash the thumbs up. Whoever new here that is watching. Whoever that is new here that is watching, please smash the thumbs up. Let me see. Apple Ricky says, have you seen Linda Blair at con? Wait, what? Have you seen Linda Blair at a con? I have not, but that much wait, what? I cannot understand this. Have you seen Linda Blair at a con? I have, but not that much because she had a long break, man. I wish she. Oh yeah. I heard she does cons, but like rarely. Like here and there she'll appear, but her line's gonna be long. Trust. Her line is gonna be long. Kiwi says my favorite scary movie is Welcome to Derry. Yeah, that counts. That counts as a movie. That counts. A TV series counts as a movie as well. Yeah, because it's just a movie stretched out in long episodes. Emo Nerd Girl says, oh, Frankie boy, what's up, Emo Nerd Girl? How you doing? How you doing? Glad to see you here on the channel. Another episode of Horror Sundays. Today's episode 47. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Emo Nerd Girl, if you haven't already. Get us up to 21. Apple Ricky says, I've heard Linda Blair's pretty mean in real life from what I've heard, and I want to meet her still. That's cool. That's cool. A lot of, like I told you, Apple Ricky, a lot of artists are just naturally just, you know, jerks. It's nothing personal. Apple Ricky, it's nothing personal. Like, you ever heard of the trope of the entitled, you know, movie star? Where that's where that comes from. It's a trope and a stereotype for a reason. But that's just how artists are. Musicians are like that too. I'm a musician, and when I go play shows with other bands that I don't really know, some bands will be cool and talk to you and be like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But some bands won't talk to you because there's like ego and competition, you know? So that's kind of like, you know, it's just an artist thing, you know? It's just like I said, it's just an artist thing. It's a very musician and actor thing, you know. A lot of musicians and actors are like that. Like they're very like kind of snobby sometimes, you know. But yeah, it's cool. It's like whatever. Like I said, just don't take it personal, you know. Emo Nerd Girl says, "Hey bud, what's up? I'm doing good, Emo Nerd Girl. I'm doing good. I think this is my last Sunday streaming from this room right here." This is my last Sunday streaming from this room, guys. Take a look. This is my last Sunday in this room. I'm going to be moving like 10 minutes from this house, you know, so I'm not gonna be streaming from this room. Next Sunday I'm gonna be in a totally brand new room, so it's gonna be totally different, you know. But yeah, other than that, I'm doing great. Emo Nerd Girl, how about yourself? Dominic St. Clair, West Coast says West Coast time. Oh yeah, West Coast time, I forgot. West Coast time. Alex says, not naive. Nice. Okay, trying to be okay. I misread that because you misspelled it. It's all good, Alex. It's all good. We all make mistakes. Kiwi says, Braulio siblings are so annoying. Will my little siblings in my room and he's spamming. Oh man, that must be annoying. Yeah, my little sister sometimes in like the middle of the night when I'm asleep or in like the morning, she'll be spamming me with like TikToks of like Michael Myers and Art the Clown. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool enough, but I'm sleeping, you know. Alex says, sorry, I wrote it bad. It's all good, Alex. Kiwi says, toilet. Wait. Are spamming with what do you mean toilet? Are there my little siblings in my room and he's spamming toilet? Kiwi, what do you mean by toilet? Apparegi says Linda Blair broke her back from the bed shaking. One time she yelled at a mom because her daughter and her husband did a cosplay of the Exorcist and she called him basically a bad parent. She scolded them for a while, like, how dare you let your children wear that costume even though she's in the movie and she's like, what, a child actor herself when she did that movie or something? You know? Oh, Meet Cutie Eater says, hi, sorry I joined late. It's all good, Meet Cutie Eater. It's all good. Glad to see you here in the live stream. Glad to see you here in the live stream. Another episode of Horror Sundays today. Today's episode 47, Mew Cutie Eater. Hell yeah, thank you for being here. Please smash a thumbs up. Yeah, Mew Cutie Eater. Meet Cutie Eater. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, get us up to 21 so more people can join us here. Please, Meet Cutie Eater. Please smash the thumbs up. Get us up to 21. And yes, like I said, glad to see you here on the live stream. Glad to see you're doing okay. Like I told you, I'm gonna be getting I'm gonna want to re-update my my logo. I sent you the picture already. I'm just waiting. What is it? Yeah, I think I could probably get it this week already. Honestly, I already paid off what I needed to pay off. So yeah, we're all good. Meet Cutie Eater. Oh, what the hell? All right, so yeah, Emo Nerd Girl says, smashed it. Thank you so much, Emo Nerd Girl. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Apple Ricky says her daughter completed shutdown after that. Like no, or Apple Ricky says her daughter completely shut down after that. Like Linda, it's not that serious. It's just the costume. Yeah, for real, right, Apple Ricky? I think my mom would have snapped if someone would have snapped at my little sister like that. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Kiwi says, okay, bro, it's story time for me. So I was at this soon, right? And my mom was like, wait, what? What do you mean? Okay, bro, so it's story time for me. So I was at this soon. What do you mean? What is this soon? I was at this soon, right? And my mom was like really distracted. You were at this store? I'm guessing you're saying store, right? I was at this store, right? And my mom was like this really distracted, okay? Emo Nerd Girl says, yeah, but there are stalkers. Got to watch your back. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Mackie Castaneda says, watch Taekwondo and boxing combination for you. Wait, what? What is that? Watched Taekwondo. What is it? Taekwondo? Taekwondo or Taekwondo and boxing combination for you. Emo Nerd Girl says, did you get kicked out? Be honest. Oh, did I get kicked out? Nah, we're all moving. Emo Nerd Girl, nah, we're all moving. We're all moving. We're all moving. We're all moving. We got another spot. We got another spot. I would be totally honest if I got kicked out, honestly. Nah, but we got another spot though. We're all moving. Mackie Castaneda says, I have to go and list down wait, what? I have got and list down of Myers masks for Christmas. That's awesome. I'm also planning getting at least maybe 2 Myers masks. I want the Boogeyman mask, and I want maybe that new version of the 2018 mask that Tots released. Kiwi says, and I got lost. Oh, okay, that's happened to me before. Kiwi says she was like screaming toilet. Yeah, yeah, that happened to me when I was like about 10 years old. I got lost at a 99-cent store, and it was a huge 99-cent store, you know. And I was walking around in the aisles looking for my mom, and I had to go to the register, and they had a caller on the loudspeaker thing, you know. But yeah, I know what you're talking about, bro. Kiwi says, "We bra, how old are you? You look 18. Me, I look 18. I'm old, bro. I'm 34. This guy says I look 18. That's funny though. Kiwi says we brought. How old are you? You look 18. Nah, bro, I'm 34, man. I'm 34. Kiwi says, I don't know why. Yeah, I get that a lot though. I usually people usually think I'm younger than what I look. Alex says, sorry for my bad English. Sometimes it if my spell bad. What do you think about the movie Dead Silence? It would have been a good novel as well. Dead Silence is cool. I love Dead Silence when it came out. I thought it looked a lot like Slappy from Goosebumps. I thought the puppet looked a lot like Slappy from Goosebumps. Apple Ricky says, if Linda Blair snapped at me, my mom would be like, oh, hell no. Just get out and just go out and don't blame my mom. For real, right? For real, yeah, that would be funny. Yeah, Dead Silence is a good movie. I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah, it's an interesting movie. It's connected to the Conjuring universe, right? And it's about that like that puppet. That movie was pre Annabelle, right? They already kind of had the Annabelle idea stirring, you know. Uh, Kiwi says, holy spaghetti sauce. Yeah, guys. Hell yeah. Hey, we're about to get into that movie news, guys. We're about to get into that movie news already. Because there's a lot. There is a lot. There is a lot. There is a lot. There is a lot right here that I gotta go over right now. All right, so what does everyone think about the Fox? I mean the Fox and the Warner Brothers, the Warner Brothers and the Netflix merge that happened. Here we go, found one. Apple Ricky says, Emo Nerd Girl says, how are you guys gonna get girls if you're scaring people all the time? Shaking my head. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not even focused on girls right now. I don't know. I don't know, Emo Nerd Girl. I don't know. I don't know. Apple Ricky says, cuz I'd be dead. Yeah, that's funny, Apple Ricky. You'd be dead. Wait, why would you be dead, Apple Ricky? Why would you be dead? Hold on. Alex says, I like it because there is a real story more than just scary point. Yup. That is true. That is true. That is true. Stranger Things says, me neither. Stranger Things. All right, yeah. So guys, hey, what does everyone think about the Netflix and Warner Brothers merger that's about to happen or just happened? I don't understand. I don't really understand it if it's happened yet or not. Because I've been busy filming our Halloween Ends fan film. We'll talk about that later in a bit. I've been busy filming that. That's why I haven't been going live on Wednesdays as well. Well, the last Wednesday was because of Stranger Things and Thanksgiving, but this Wednesday was because we were filming. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? Apple Ricky says, if I told my mom to shut up, I wouldn't be on the live talking to you at all. I'd be dead. Yeah, I would assume. Yeah, I would assume. I remember my mom whooped my ass once when I was a kid when I talked back to her as well. But yeah, guys, let's get into it. Let's get into it right now. New York Times is reporting what to know about Netflix's $83 billion deal for Warner Bros. Discovery. The cash and stock deal would give the world's largest paid streaming service expensive power over theater owners and entertainment industry unions. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. Netflix announced on Friday. Listen up. Netflix announced on Friday that it planned to buy Warner Bros. That's big, bro. That's big. Discovery in an $82.7 billion deal that could redefine Hollywood and the broader media landscape. Kiwi says, what? Yes, Netflix wants to buy Warner Brothers Discovery. That's what they want to do. Let me see. Apple Ricky says, oh my God, my grandma kicked out my dad when he was 13 because he got into fights like damn. He had to live with his dad. He was a bad boy. Your daddy was a bad boy. Your daddy was a bad boy, Apple Ricky. Emo Nerd Girl says, I'm nervous about the merger. Why? Why, Emo Nerd Girl? Kiwi says, crazy. Egg Stranger Things says, what? Yeah, let me keep reading, guys. We'll get to the comments after. Okay, so Netflix announced on Friday that it planned to buy Warner Bros. Discovery in an $82.7 billion deal that could redefine Hollywood and the broader media landscape, bringing the century-old Hollywood studio under Netflix's umbrella would give the world's largest paid streaming service expansive power over theater owners and entertainment industry unions. It would also give Netflix access to more content and valuable entertainment brands like Harry Potter and Batman. Here's what you need to know. Damn, bro, all that's gonna go out the window if this happens. All right, let's see. Who else was part of the bidding war over Warner Bros. Discovery? The entertainment conglomerates, Paramount and Comcast, were also bidding in the sale. Notably, Netflix, which built its business on at-home entertainment, pledged to continue theatrical releases for movies from Warner Bros. Discovery. What's in it for Netflix? Okay, so there's still going to be movies in theaters. People were scared because they thought there was going to be no more movies in theaters. But obviously it says right there. Let me see. Let me read it. Entertainment conglomerates, Paramount, were also bidders, blah, 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 which bill, blah, 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 pledged to continue theatrical releases. So yeah, Netflix, which built its business on at-home entertainment, pledged to continue theatrical releases for movies from Warner Bros. Discovery. What's in it? So that means if this passes, Netflix is gonna have rights to Jason, Gremlins, I think maybe, or is that Universal? I think that might be Universal Gremlins. But yeah, dude, Jason Voorhees. Oh, they're gonna have rights to Scooby Doo as well, you know? Damn. What's in it for Netflix? Netflix had never tried an acquisition of this size, but as competition for people's attention intensifies, the deal is expected to help it attract and retain more subscribers. Spencer Newman, Netflix's chief financial officer, said on a conference call with analysts on Friday, in a fast-paced media landscape where consumers have endless choice on how to spend their time. Ted Sarandos, Netflix co-chief executive, said the company can't stand still. We need to keep innovating and investing in stories that matter most to audiences, and that's what the deal is all about. Mr. Sarando said that the call on Friday, the combination of Netflix and Warner Bros. Creates a better Netflix for the long run. Damn. Does this mean Warner Bros. Movies won't appear in theaters? Here we go. Listen up. Listen up. Netflix says no. On Friday, the streaming giant said it planned to maintain Warner Bros. Current operation and build on its strengths, including theatrical releases for films. Maintaining that operation would mean showing some 15 movies a year in theaters, but there are doubts for the TV and film industry. A group film producers sent a letter to Congress on Thursday stating that they had grave concerns about Netflix's buying Warner Bros. Discovery. The authors and the letter did not sign their names for the fear of retaliation. Netflix views any time spent watching a movie in theaters as time not spent on their platform. The letter said they have no incentive to support theatrical exhibition and they have every incentive to kill it. Damn, what? But earlier they were saying that they were pledging to keep movies in theaters. What? Both are down. Let me see if we read this again. Damn, that's crazy. So there's a chance that they might not release movies in theaters. I'm guessing that's what this says right here. Netflix views any time spent watching a movie in a theater as time not spent on their platform. The letter said they have no incentive to support. There you go. The letter said Netflix has no incentive to support theatrical exhibition. They have every incentive to kill it. Damn, that's crazy. So there you go. What is Warner Bros. Discovery known for? Through this deal, Netflix would gain control of intellectual property like Looney Tunes, enormous film franchises such as Harry Potter, Superman, Batman. The Hollywood studio has also acclaimed collection of classic films such as Casablanca, the Maltese Falcon, Bonnie. I was gonna say something else. Bonnie and Clyde, Dirty Harry, The Shining, Chariots of Fire. It also holds MGM classics like The Wizard of Oz and Gone with the Wind. Damn, they're gonna remake all that on Netflix. They're gonna remake all that. What does this mean for HBO Max? Warner Bros. Discovery owns HBO Max, and if the deal goes through, Netflix's roster of shows will expand greatly. Those hits include television shows such as Friends and Game of Thrones, as well as streaming hits like Euphoria, The Gilded Age, and the White Lotus. Damn, Damn, watch Netflix reboot Euphoria. Damn, that's crazy. Let me read this. Warner Bros. Discovery owns HBO. Okay, so Warner Bros. Discovery owns HBO Max, I'm guessing. And if the deal goes through, Netflix's roster of shows will expand greatly. Those hits include television shows such as Friends from the 90s with Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox from Scream. They'll definitely reboot that for a modern audience, huh? All of them hanging out at a modern like cafe with Apple laptops, like some kind of like Starbucks type place. Game of Thrones, they'll probably reboot that as well. For sure, they'll reboot Euphoria though, especially with all the bad press around the new season coming up and Sydney Sweeney. Oh, dude, if Netflix gets a hold of Euphoria, they're definitely going to reboot that. Gilded Age and The White Lotus, all of that's getting rebooted. Netflix's co-chief executive Greg Peters said in a conference call that it was quite early. And he, thank you so much for the hearts right there. That it was quite early, and he did not share exact details on how HBO Max streaming service would be presented to consumers in the long term. In the near term, though, the plan for HBO and HBO Max was to operate as a standalone brand. What other brands are affected? In addition, HBO Max, the deal would give Netflix control of Warner Bros. Studios, other cable television brands owned by Warner Bros. Discovery are not immediately affected by the deal. That's crazy. So Netflix is just consuming everything like the Blob. They're just absorbing everything like the. You ever seen the movie The Blob? That giant blob that just consumes everything like that. They're just absorbing everything like Cell in Dragon Ball Z. CNN would be spun off into a separate publicity traded company by the next year, alongside the mainstay cable networks like TNT, Discovery, HGTV, and Food Network. Gunnar Weidenfels, the chief financial officer of Warner Bros. Discovery, would lead the new company to be called Discovery Global. Damn, everything's getting global. Everything's becoming globalized. Will antitrust regulators react? The fate of the deal is in the hands of federal regulators and will depend on how the Trump. And damn, dude, that's something I don't even like talking about here on the channel. The fate of the deal is in the hands of the federal regulators and will depend on how the Trump administration defines the market these companies control. Experts say the deal is also expected to face scrutiny from antitrust regulators in Europe. If it fails to get approved, Netflix will be required to pay Warner Bros. Discovery a $5.8 billion bankrupt fee, according to documents filed with federal regulators. The Netflix deal also contains a provision that prevents Warner Bros. Discovery from seeking higher bids from Comcast and Paramount. But if Warner Bros. Discovery decides to cut ties with Netflix and go with another bid, it will pay the streaming giant $2.8 billion, according to the documents. Damn, that's crazy. That is crazy. Imagine Netflix trying to make their own Friday the 13th show on Netflix, since they will probably have rights to Jason and all that stuff. That's crazy. That is crazy. Let me see some comments I missed. Apple Ricky says, the way you said your daddy was a bad boy. Kiwi says, this is crazy. Kiwi says, what? Yep. So basically Netflix is just, like I said, it's just consuming every other studio and every other property, This kind of reminds me of when that 20th Century Fox merger happened with Disney as well, remember? It's kind of like that. Remember back like in 2018 or 2019? I don't know if some of you remember or were old enough yet. But I remember back in 2018 or like 2019 or around that time, 2020, is when the Disney and the Disney Channel and the what is it called, and the 20th Century Fox merged, So that's when Disney was able to get rights to the Alien franchise and stuff like that. You know what I mean? X-Men and all that stuff. That's why they started trying to bring the X-Men into the MCU, because Disney had it now, So yeah, that's what pretty much is happening here. That's what pretty much is happening here. Kiwi says, bro, Batman is crazy. Kiwi says, yes. Alex says, do you TJ? What's TJ? Gigi Stranger Things says, let's go. There's movie. Gigi Stranger Things says theaters. Emo Nerd Girl says too much. You know how to look for a movie to watch and there's too much to pick from. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Gigi Stranger Things says maybe. Alex says, do you think Netflix buying is a good thing? Honestly, yes and no. It's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing for independent filmmakers. It's a good thing for independent filmmakers because if Netflix consumes all those properties, then it's mainly only independent films that are going to be showing in theaters, you know? So it's a good thing for independent filmmakers, but it's not a good thing for the franchises we grew up loving, you know? You know what I mean? I got to sneeze, guys. Damn, I'm getting sick, but yeah, Alex, like I said though, yeah, I don't think it's not a good thing or a bad thing, you know, like I said, it's 50-50. It's a 50-50. Like I said, it's a good thing for independent filmmakers because now theaters will be filled with independent films, you know, pretty much, and more original stories pretty much as well. But like I said, it's not good for the franchises we grew up loving. Kiwi says, hey guys, did you guys hear of the great meme reset? I'm so ready for that shit. What is the great meme reset? Kiwi, what is the great meme reset? Let me know. Alex says, Netflix would have never produced long movies because they are against it. I remember when Netflix used to be just a renting service. I remember back when you were able to rent DVDs from Netflix. I remember that. I remember when they switched to digital, probably like around 2012. Around like 2013 or something like that, if I remember correctly. But yeah, Stranger Things says no. Gigi Stranger Things says why? What? I'm kind of lost. Gigi Stranger Things. What do you mean by no? Why? I'm kind of lost because we keep telling. There's so many messages here. Kiwi says what? Kiwi says this is crazy. Alex says they are going, I think, to produce short things because it sells. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, shorter films sell better now. That's why they make TV series more now. That's why they make more TV series now. And that's why they shoot TV series like movies now. Because human attention span is lower now. And people want to see quicker, fast-paced stuff, you know? And yeah, Netflix is good at that, yeah. Netflix is more content. It's not really like I think of Netflix kind of like YouTube, you know? It's just content, you know? It's pretty much just content. Yeah, they're movies, but they're shot to be watched on your phone, you know? Or on a smaller screen, you know, like on your TV screen, you know? A lot of Netflix movies are not meant to be watched on a theater screen. They're not shot specifically to be shot like some Netflix movies are not shot specifically to be seen on theater screens. They're shot so you can watch them on your phone, you know? They're shot specifically for the phone format, is what I've been learning and stuff, you know? So, yeah, I get what you mean by that. I get what you mean. GG Stranger Things says, yo, The Blob is crazy. Yeah, The Blob, that old school movie. Well, the one from the 80s was a remake. And then the original one from the 50s, that one was cool, too. Apareki says, you know, Jim Carrey went through torture playing the Grinch. Yeah. I heard it was hot in that costume and itchy and annoying, dude. Hell yeah. And they were all like prosthetics on his face, too, and body. Kiwi says, what is Gazy? Guys, good night. I'm going to sleep. Take care, Kiwi. Take care. Enjoy your sleep. Enjoy your bedtime. See you next time. Hey, that rhymes. Enjoy your bedtime. See you next time. Stranger Things says, bye, Kiwi. Stranger Things retracted messages. Emo Nerd Girl says, well, on the plus side, the kids will be off the street and Netflix and chill. Yeah, that is true, too. Emo Nerd Girl. That is true, too. There's only a few exceptions where movies, Netflix movies, are meant to be watched in the theater screen. Like Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, that was shot to be watched on a theater screen as well. It was in theaters for a limited run as well. They should have kept it up longer. Aparegi says, what do you think Danielle Harris would think of Jay's Jamie cosplay? I think she would love it. Honestly, I think she would love it. I think she would love it. I really want to take my little sister to a convention. Hopefully, Danielle Harris comes by Los Angeles. Well, she lives here in Los Angeles, I think. But hopefully she does another Halloween convention soon. You know, I want to take my little sister wearing her cosplay. And we might have to go 2 days. We might have to go 2 days. The first day it'll be with the Halloween 4 cosplay. I want to get my Halloween 4 mask signed as well. The first day would be Halloween 4, and then the next day would be Halloween 5 cosplay. I think she would love it. Apple Ricky, I think she would love it. Oh, what's up, Cosplay Zano? What's up, Cosplay? Hey, Frank, my handsome brother, how you doing? My schedule hectic. Came to show up and show some love. I'll be here for a full live Wednesday if you're doing one. Yeah. I'll be doing a live this Wednesday, man. It's all good. No worries. I'll be doing a live this Wednesday. I wasn't able to do it this Wednesday because I'm gonna be moving out of this house soon. So I'm trying to get the shots from my Halloween Ends fan film because where we're moving, I don't really like the layout of the house where we're moving. So I'm trying to finish as fast as possible to get all the shots that we need here in the house for the movie. Because I only have this week starting Monday, tomorrow. Starting Monday, my days are numbered here already. So by next Sunday, I'll be streaming from a totally different room. I won't have all this stuff on the wall and stuff, you know? So yeah. So that's why I haven't been able to go live on Wednesdays, man. But yeah, I'll be live this Wednesday, though. Emo Nerd Girl says, no Billy hair tonight. No, my bad. My hair hasn't grown enough yet. Look, Emo Nerd Girl. Look, I'm parting it in the middle. Like, I have the haircut, you know, it's there, but it's just not long enough yet. Look, it's not long enough, and it looks kind of dumb when it's really short. When it's really short, I look like one of those guys on the Titanic, you know? Because they would comb their hair like that, too, split in the middle like that and grease it, you know? But it's not long enough. You see how small my little horns are? They're not long enough yet. I got to let them grow more. So I got to keep rocking the Edgar. I think Zach says, what's up? What's up? I think Zach, how you doing? How you doing, Zach? How you doing? Bless you too as well, bro. Bless you too as well. Glad to see you here on the channel. Another episode of Horror Sundays. Today's episode 47. Please smash the thumbs up. Yeah, Zach? Get us up to 23. Please, man. Get us up to 23, Zach. So more people could join us here in the live, Zach. Please get us up to 23 on the thumbs up, Zach, please. Let us know how your weekend was as well, Zach. Appareki says, remember Horton. Here's who the hell does the guy have 98 kids? Like, is his wife okay? And the first child couldn't sleep at night from them making his sisters. That's crazy, Appareki. That's crazy. You made me laugh right there. Cosplay Zano says, everyone take care. Back Wednesday. Take care, Cosplay Zano. Take care. I'll see you next time. Cosplay Zano. Emo Nerd Girl says, how's urethra? Oh, yeah, well, we're going to be working on a new album soon. Emo Nerd Girl, our Spotify rap was crazy. Emo Nerd Girl, you guys want to see our... Oh, I can't, though. Let me see if I can do it on this phone, though. Cosplay Zano says, have a safe move. You too, Cosplay Zano. Take care. Take care of yourself while you're out there driving this holiday season. A lot of drunk drivers. I think Zach says already like, man. Yeah, thank you so much, Zach. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Gigi Stranger Things says, yo, I gotta go. I'll see you later. Take care, Gigi Stranger Things. Take care. Take care. I'll see you next time. I'll see you next time as well. Yo, so you said how's urethra? You said how's urethra? Oh, dude, let me see. I don't have Spotify. I don't have Spotify for artists on this phone. Yeah, but yeah, urethra is doing pretty good. We're getting a lot of streams. We have like, damn, dude. It says that from the last time I checked our Spotify Wrapped a few days ago, it says our number one country of streaming is United States, which is cool because that's where we're from. But also it said that we got like there's like 14 other countries that are streaming our music a lot right now. That is cool. So that just pumped me up, knowing that there's 14 countries that are bumping my band, Urethra. 14 countries that know about my band. That just pumps me up to make more music. So yeah, we're gonna be recording a new album soon. Thank you for asking, Emo Nerd Girl. I think Zach says, Appareki says, yeah, from the bed squeaking. That's why his eyes are red and black, huh? I think Zach says, bye, Gigi Stranger Things. Have a great Sunday. I'll be back, guys. Let me get something to drink. All right, we are back. We are back. Gotta get something to drink. I think Zach says just me and someone else now. Awesome. That's all good. That's all good. That's all good. More people will join. No worries. No worries. I'm gonna continue with the movie news, guys. There's more movie news to go over. Drink some Kool-Aid, guys. Drink Kool-Aid. It's awesome. All right, there's more movie news. Let me see. I think I'm going to get into this. I think I'm going to get into this right here. Let me see. Oh, this sounds good. This sounds good. I don't know if anyone here is a fan of Paranormal Activity. Is anyone here a fan of Paranormal Activity? I think Zach says, damn, people already joins. Yeah, it fluctuates. It goes up and down. You just got to keep the show going. You just got to keep the show going. So, yeah, hey, is anyone here a fan of Paranormal Activity? Emo Nerd Girl says, awesome, dude. Keep up the good work with the band. Thank you so much, Emo Nerd Girl. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It also says, hey, you know what's cool too, Emo Nerd Girl? It says on my Spotify that I also have royalties in the bank. It says that I have royalties in the bank. So that means my music is starting to make some money. It's not a lot of money, I'm pretty sure, but I haven't touched any money in the royalties. But yeah, I'm gonna save that money for an emergency. I'm just gonna let it stockpile. I think Zach says joined. Lee Marvin says, does the characters Jigsaw, Billy the Puppet, and Jeff the Killer has ketchup lives while Baldy Basic has sausage lives? Probably. Probably, Lee Marvin. Probably. That sounds pretty funny. Hey, Lee Marvin, if you're new here to the channel, welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. My name is Frank. Today's Horror Sundays, episode 47. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you're a horror movie fan. Obviously, you are. Please smash a thumbs up. Yeah, Lee Marvin. Please smash the thumbs up, Lee Marvin. Get us up to 23. Please, Lee Marvin. Get us up to 23 so more people could join us here on the live stream. Let me see. Emo Nerd Girl says, I like cherry Kool-Aid. Yes, it is good. I got thirsty right here just talking. I think Zach says, I watch these YouTubers called Sam and Colby, and they do the creepiest S. They investigate haunted places. Yes, I've been wanting to do that here on the channel as well. I've been wanting to do that, but I just need to finish my projects that I'm doing so I can go back out and hang out with friends and start doing that stuff. I want to explore abandoned places as well. I think Zach says they talk to ghosts and stuff with special equipment. That's cool. Like ghost hunters and stuff like that. Like ghost hunters. All right, guys, like I said earlier, I don't know if anyone here is a fan of Paranormal Activity. Is anyone here a fan of Paranormal Activity? Let me know in the channel. Is anyone in the chat, let me know in the chat right here. Is anyone a fan of Paranormal Activity? Has anyone seen those movies? Is anyone familiar with those movies here? Emo Nerd Girl says, hell yeah, I knew you could do it. Just be humble, dude. Yeah, hell yeah. You do gotta be humble, or else it's gonna mess you over. But yeah, like I said, hey, is anyone here a fan of Paranormal Activity? I thought the first one was cool, but after that, they got kind of wacky. But the first one was all right, though, for the first movie. Porrique says, I'd also like to be in a martial arts movie. I think that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. I think Zach says no, but I also watch a guy who communicates with dead celebrities. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. All right, so yeah, like I said, the Paranormal Activity movies, I only like the first one. That's the only one I like. Like I said earlier, the other ones just got really wacky after. But yeah, the Hollywood Reporter. The Hollywood Reporter right now is reporting a new Paranormal Activity movie in the works with James Wan joining franchise as producer exclusive. So yeah, look, check it out. Check it out. The Hollywood Reporter. The Hollywood Reporter. Imonori Girl says, sorry, bud, not me. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so it says, yeah, the Hollywood Reporter. A new Paranormal Activity movie in the works with James Wan joining franchise as producer. Blumhouse, Atomic Monster, and Paramount are behind the eighth film in the series. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. This does look like a Blumhouse type of movie, honestly. Paranormal Activity. They already had that Blumhouse feel before Blumhouse was a studio, I think, you know. But yeah. Also, James Wan is in the picture again. Remember we were talking about James Wan last week? Last Sunday, he's gonna be directing Creature from the Black Lagoon remake or whatever. Poriki says, have you seen A Quiet Place? I think so. I think I've seen the first one. I think I've seen the first one, Apple Ricky. All right, so yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's see what this says, this article right here. This article is here. I've been a huge admirer of Paranormal Activity since the brilliant first movie, with its creeping slow burn and subtle ability to make the unseen terrifying. I'm looking forward to expanding on its legacy and helping shape the next evolution of this scary found footage franchise, said Wan. The original found footage film was made up just $15,000 and helped launch Blumhouse after. Oh wait, it was a Blumhouse movie. I forgot it was a Blumhouse movie. I just got reminded. But Blumhouse was a really small studio at that time that like it just went under my radar, you know. But yeah, obviously, okay, so yeah, it helped launch Blumhouse after Blumhouse discovered the film and then pumped additional money into the project for a release that became one of the most profitable movies of all time. Diving with James for his exciting rebirth of the franchise that started off for Blumhouse is exactly what we dreamed of. When we merged with Atomic Monster, I'll be actively involved with him. Introduce this new chapter, said Blum. Thankfully, we're able to spend a little more than $15,000 we had on the first movie. But one thing will remain the same. Do not see it alone. He went on to name check the Paramount team, saying, we look forward to partnering with Josh Greenstein, Donna Goldberg, David Ellison, Jeff Shell, and their teams at Paramount, as well as bring Paranormal Activity back to life. That's cool. When was the last one that came out? So far, Paranormal Activity movies have spanned several films, also including Paranormal Activity 2, 2010, Paranormal Activity 3, 2011, Paranormal Activity 4, 2012, the Marked Ones 2014, the Ghost Dimensions 2015, and the Next of Kin 2021. Oh, that was the last of one. We're thrilled to reignite the iconic Paranormal Activity franchise with two of the horror genre's most visionary talents, James and Jason, said Paramount Pictures co-chairs Josh Greenstein and Donna Goldberg. Jason's role in shaping the franchise into Goldberg cultural touchstone, together with James' singular taste and track record for innovative storytelling, sets the stage for a thrilling new chapter. Horror mainstay Steve Schneider will executive produce for Room 101 Inc. With Michael Clear and Judson Scott, executive producer for Blumhouse Atomic Monster, and executive Elena Glassdale overseeing for the company. Interesting. So that's cool. There's gonna be a new Paranormal Activity movie. Can't wait to see what that's all about. Can't wait to see what that's all about. Let's see what I missed here. Let's see what I missed here. I think Zach said I gotta head to bed. Bye, all of you in the stream, and of course Frank. It was awesome to get to come to the stream tonight. Awesome. Take care. I think Zach. Take care. Take care. I'll see you next time. I will see you next time. Take care. Enjoy your sleep, Zach. Emo Nerd Girl says night. Zach. Emo Nerd Girl says sleep tight. I think Zach says night. Now Emo Nerd Girl says, did you see Pennywise episode 7? No, I have not seen. I have not seen the the Welcome to Derry show. I'm gonna have to renew my HBO Max. Emo Nerd Girl, I'm gonna have to renew my HBO Max. It's dead on me. It's dead on me, my HBO Max. I'm gonna have to renew it, so I'm gonna have to catch up on all of that. Emo Nerd Girl says Pennywise had a daughter. What? You see what? I didn't know that. Don't spoil it. You see, you already spoiled it. Apple Ricky says, I thought making a horror film that's like The Conjuring, it would be called the Man in Blue or the Men in Blue. That would be cool. Apple Ricky says, I'd want them to be Run Rabbit, the really old song. I'd want the theme to be Run Rabbit, the really old song. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. That would be awesome. All right, got two more movie news right here. I got two more movie newses right here going on. Next one is something about the Batman. Hell yeah. Because I want to see the Batman part 2. I want to see the Batman part 2. Let me see. Hold on. I gotta find that article though. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I found some Batman news. I found some Batman news. The Batman. Matt Reeves is the Batman too. Matt Reeves is the Batman too. Who's a fan of the Batman? Matt Reeves. Aporique, have you seen the Batman? Let me see. Aporique says it's about this mom, her daughter, and her son that moved to a new house because she got a divorce. And when they moved, the daughter has been talking to herself. The mom would ask her daughter who she's talking to. I'm guessing. That sounds interesting. That sounds cool. It sounds like The Conjuring. It sounds like The Conjuring. It sounds like The Conjuring, Apple Ricky. Let me see. Emu Nerd Girl says, any Scream news? Let me check quick. Let me check so I could get into that after the Batman news. Oh, yeah. There is Scream 7 news. Emo Nerd Girl, there is Scream 7 news. Hold on. Let me just read the Batman first. Let me just read the Batman news first, and we'll get into the Scream 7 news and into the Scary Movie 6 news. Twisted Emo said hi. What's up, Twisted Emo? How you doing? How you doing, Twisted Emo? Glad to see you here on the chat again. Another Horror Sunday. Today's episode 47. Hell yeah, let us know how your weekend was. Let us know how your week. Please smash a thumbs up. Yeah, Twisted Emo, get us up to 25. Please, Twisted, get us up to 25. So more people could join us here. Please, Twisted Emo. Please, Twisted Emo, get us up to 25, man. So more people could join us here on the channel. Emo Nerd Girl says, I love Batman Returns. Yeah, Batman Returns is awesome. I love that movie. We're talking about the Matt Reeves is the Batman, though, right now. Apple Ricky says, talking to Shed, say the man in the blue and sometimes talk to the TV. Her baby son would be crying at 3 a.m. for no reason. I got a scene in mind where she finds her baby son floating in the air crying. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy, Apple Ricky. That is crazy. You're going to have to use some clear wires and hang like a prop baby, or maybe have a real baby and put some cushions under, you know? Imonori Girl says, yes. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So right here, comicbook.com is reporting hold on. Twisted Emo says, I watched Five Nights at Freddy's 2 and I loved it. Better than the first one. No idea why people don't like it. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to see it on Tuesday. I'm going to see it on Tuesday because I got to clean some guitars tomorrow. Because I go back to practice next week. So I want to have them ready for next week and not have to do it the day of, you know. But I'll definitely be going to see that on Tuesday. So don't spoil the movie. Please don't spoil the movie, guys. Don't spoil the movie. I'm gonna go see it on Tuesday. So please don't spoil it. Someone already spoiled something from it. Welcome to Derry. But yeah, please don't spoil it. So yeah, comicbook.com is reporting after the Batman Part 2 could introduce a surprise villain and may reveal who Scarlett Johansson is playing. That's crazy. Scarlett Johansson is in the Batman Part 2. That is crazy. Aporiki says, so the man in blue is a serial killer that died in the house and he's haunting it, even possessed the daughter. That's crazy. That sounds good, Aporiki. Hell yeah, that sounds awesome. After multiple delays, the long-awaited The Batman Part 2 is finally rounding into shape. Director Matt Reeves plans to start production next year ahead of the sequel scheduled release 2027, which means casting is one of the top priorities to take care of now. The Batman Part 2 will feature several returning franchise veterans, such as Robert Pattinson, Colin Farrell, and Andy Serkis. But there are also plenty of new roles to fill. Recently, none other than former Marvel star Scarlett Johansson joined the project in a mystery role, as fans theorized about the Oscar nominee could be playing. The latest info regarding the Batman Part 2 might provide some clues. She's going to be Poison Ivy. She's going to be Poison Ivy with that red hair. Watch her be Poison Ivy. Watch her be Poison Ivy or something like that. In the latest edition, of his newsletter, Industry Insider, Jeff Snyder shared some updates on the Batman Part 2. He notes that Johansson's character remains under wraps for the time being. One hypothesis is that she could play the new love interest for Pattinson, Bruce Wayne, filling the void left by Zoe Kravitz's absence but the prevailing belief is Johansson's role is villainous in nature. You see, her role is villainous in nature already. Also on the villain front, Snyder mentioned that there's another male villain as well, possibly Dr. Arkham. But that's just a rumor for now. If that rumor proves to be true, it could reveal who Johansson is portraying. Is Scarlett Johansson playing the Arkham Knight in Batman Part 2? Damn, I was hoping more Poison Ivy with the red hair. I was hoping more Poison Ivy. You know, Johansson with a nice tight green suit. If Dr. Arkham is going to be part of the Batman Part 2, it opens the door for Reeves and co to bring the character of Astrid Arkham to the fold. In the comics, Astrid is the daughter of Jeremiah Arkham and Ingrid Carlson, two doctors at the facility who cared for some of Gotham's most notorious criminals. Tragically, Ingrid died shortly after Astrid was born, being struck by a batarang thrown by an Arkham inmate attempting to escape during a prison riot. When she grew older, Astrid mistakenly believed it was Batman who killed her mother, and she made it her mission to take down the Dark Knight, assuming the identity of the Arkham Knight. Official plot details of the Batman Part 2 are being kept under wraps for now, though. Reeves has hinted he wanted to use a villain who hasn't appeared in a film before, so many members of Batman's iconic Rose Gallery have already been brought to the big screen, which eliminates several potential candidates. Astrid Arkham has never been the antagonist of a Batman movie before, so she could possibly be her inclusion in the Batman Part 2 would be refreshingly different. Exposing the character to a wider mainstream audience using Astrid could also provide Reeves with a gateway to explore Gotham's underworld for a unique angle. In the comics, Astrid befriended many of the inmates in Arkham Asylum and saw Batman as a monster that tortured them. That's crazy. That's crazy. Another tease Reeves has shared about the Batman Part 2 is that he wants to do a deep dive into the character of Bruce Wayne, choosing a villain that goes into his past and his life. Those comments fueled fan theories purporting Hush could be the sequel's primary villain, as Hush, aka Thomas Elliot, was Bruce's childhood friend before developing a grudge against the Wayne family. Astrid Arkham's beef with the Batman, not Bruce Wayne, so Reeves and co. Would have to make some changes to source material if they're really planning to use Arkham Knight. The director's previous statements on the nature of the villain arguably makes someone like the Phantasm a more likely possibility. Damn! Imagine Mask of the Phantasm live action. Phantasm's real identity is Andrea Belmont, a former lover of Bruce Wayne. Oh, damn. Damn, she could be the Phantasm as well, right? Damn. The Arkham Knight would definitely be fascinating choice for the Batman Part Two's villain. A very different version of the character exists in the other corners of Batman lore. Gamers probably familiar with the Rocksteady take in the video game Batman Arkham Knight, which reimagined the titular antagonist and eventual Jason Todd. People who only know this iteration will probably be surprised to see such dissimilar yet more comic accurate take in the film, potentially making the portrayal of the character polarizing. It'll be interesting to see if anyone involved in the Batman Part 2 provides some clarity on the rumors before the film begins. That's interesting. That's cool. Hell yeah. The Batman Part 2, that was a long read. That was a long read, but it was awesome though. So I'm a fan of Batman. I'm a fan of Batman. So yeah, what I miss right here. What I miss. Twisted Emo says, I won. Apple Ricky says, so the main blue is a serial killer, the house, and he possesses a daughter. Apple Ricky says, I'd want Lauren Lavera to play the mom. That would be a good choice. Yeah, that's a good choice. That's a good choice, Apple Ricky. Apple Ricky says, I can also see Jaylene playing Wednesday in the Addams Family remake. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, yeah. Yeah. My little sister looks more like the original Wednesday. Like, I know my little sister's Mexican, but like she doesn't really look Mexican, you know? So she looks more like Christina Ricci's Wednesday, just skinny, you know, with the braids, dark hair, you know? Yeah, definitely. So who was asking for some Scream news? Was that Emo Nerd Girl? Are you still here, Emo Nerd Girl? Because there is some Scream news. There is some Scream news right here. So let me know, guys, if you guys want to hear the Scream news. Let's keep smashing that thumbs up right there. But yeah, someone was asking about Scream news. I think that was Emo Nerd Girl, if she's still here. But yeah, I'm going to get into it anyway. Deadline is reporting. Skeet Ulrich says he was supposed to return for Scream 7 before Melissa Barrera's firing. So yeah, that just proves it. That just proves it. That Melissa Barrera was contracted for 3 movies. And then people were backtracking. Oh no, she was only contracted for 2 movies. Nah, it was a trilogy. They had a planned trilogy for the Carpenter sisters. And this proves it because Skeet Ulrich is saying right here that Skeet Ulrich says he was supposed to return for Scream 7 before Melissa Barrera's firing. Emo Nerd Girl says, yes, I'm here. Awesome. I'm going to get into it. So 2 years after Melissa Barrera's unceremonious ousting from the Scream franchise, one star revealed he won't appear in the next slasher installment either. Despite multiple franchise alums set to reprise their roles, Skeet Ulrich recently explained that he's not involved with Scream 7 after Barrera was fired. Noting that his character Billy Loomis, noting that his character Billy Loomis was connected to her character Sam Carpenter's storyline. I'm not involved. I'm really excited though. He told the New York Post, "I'm excited for Kevin Williamson to take the helm and see what the mastermind of it all comes up with. I have no clue." Ulrich added, I used to know because part of coming back for 5 and 6 was being a part of 7. It was a 3-piece arc for Billy Loomis, or the imagination of Billy Loomis and Melissa Barrera's character. Melissa Barrera's character's head. But when all that went down with her, obviously you lose her, you lose what's in her head, right? After he and Matthew Lillard, Stu Macher were unmasked as Ghostface killers in the first Scream, Ulrich reprised his role as Billy in Scream 2022 and Scream 6 2023 as ghostly visions who visits his illegitimate daughter, Sam, Melissa Barrera. Before Barrera's firing, Ulrich noted he was privy to the original plot for Scream 7, which included both of their characters. And it was really, really interesting. As for the possibility of returning for a future sequel, Ulrich said, "I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know how. Given the setup, but you know it's horror, and I think the great thing about Scream in general was it was all based in reality, and that this could happen. You don't know. You don't know who's what. Wait, what does it say? You don't know who, as you're walking down the street, could be a killer or not. So I hope if it does, I hope if it does, it doesn't get so far fetched that it blows the premise. Yep, yep. You see, Scream started becoming kind of like really like panic room type thing, you know. Spyglass fired Barrera in November 2023 over her social media post in support of Palestine, explaining the company has zero tolerance to anti-Semitism or incitement of hate of any form, including false references to genocide, ethnic, whatever, Holocaust distortion, anything that flagrantly crosses the line into hate speech. Following her ousting, Jenna Ortega also exited the franchise. Later, noting that the sequel was all kind of falling apart without Barrera to play its new final girl, Sam Carpenter. Set to hit theaters on February 27, 2026. Scream 7 features returning stars Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, David Arquette, Scott Foley, Matthew Lillard, Jasmine Savoy Brown, and Mason Gooding, as well as newcomers Joel McHale, Isabel May, Celeste O'Connor, Asa German, McKenna Grace, Sam Reachner, Michelle Randolph, Jimmy Tatro, Anna Camp, Mark Consuelos, and Ethan Embry. Awesome. So, yeah, there you go. That proves it, though. That proves that there was supposed to be a trilogy for Screams, for the new for the Carpenter sisters. There was supposed to be a trilogy. There was supposed to be a trilogy, and that proves it with what Skeet Ulrich said. Skeet Ulrich said that everything fell apart once Melissa Barrera got fired. That he was supposed to come back for Scream 7, but couldn't come back anymore due to Melissa Barrera's firing. So that just proves to you that there was supposed to be a trilogy for the Carpenter sisters, because I heard people saying a little while after Melissa got fired saying that she was only contracted for 2 films. I was like, how's that? How's that? How's that? When also the original director for Scream 7, the director from Happy Death Day to You and Happy Death Day, he said that what did he say that he said that they had a trilogy plan. Yeah, they said it. So yeah, that proves it right there. Apareki says my dad looks like Uncle Fester when he's shaved, clean, bald, and his glasses off. That's funny, Apareki. That is funny as heck. He should be that for Halloween. He should definitely be that for Halloween. He should definitely be that for Halloween, Apareki. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, man. I'm thirsty again. Let's keep smashing that thumbs up right there. Let's keep smashing that thumbs up right there, guys. Let's keep smashing that thumbs up right there. Apareki says, I look like Cousin It with my hair color. That's funny. Cousin It, that hair thing, that's crazy, huh? It, is wait, I think he's a person under there, nah? Apareki, I haven't seen the Addams Family in a while, the original one. But like, isn't he a person under there, or like, is he some kind of monster? Because I think I remember seeing the cartoon as a kid, the Addams Family cartoon, and I think he had legs, didn't he? Cousin It did cousin? I don't know. I'm gonna look it up quick before I get into the Scary Movie 6 news. Was Cousin It a person? That's crazy. Is Cousin It? It does look like Chewbacca too. Okay, so apparently, yes, in the world of the Addams Family, Cousin It is a sentient human like being. So he's not a human, he's a human like being. So he's humanoid, but he's not a human. Apareki says, my favorites are Cousin It, Pugsley, and Wednesday. Yes, I like the original Addams Family from the 90s. Well, that's not the original, but the original Addams Family as well from like the 50s and stuff like that. The Munsters, all that. Yeah, but I grew up with the '90s Adams Family. Came out the year I was born, '91. You know, so I pretty much watched it throughout the whole '90s. You know, I grew up with that one. You know, Cousin It looked cool in that one. He pretty much looked just like in the '50s one, just like this furball thing, huh? Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, Apple Ricky. I didn't know you were into the Adams Family. Didn't know that. Okay, here we go. We're gonna get on to the last movie news, guys. We are on the last movie news. We are on the last movie news. It's Scary Movie 6 news. It is some Scary Movie 6 news. It is some Scary Movie 6 news. Let me see. Let me see where I can find a good article. I think I found one maybe. All right, this next news is short. This next news is very short. All right, so here on Golden Era Hip Hop on Facebook, they are reporting it's confirmed. This is from 3 days ago. This is from 3 days ago. It's confirmed. Scary Movie 6 has officially finished filming, and it's headed to theaters in June 2026. So that's a wrap. That's a wrap, guys. That's a wrap on Scary Movie 6. That's a wrap. I'm pretty sure they're just editing it now, making the score, probably getting the soundtrack ready and all that stuff, you know? And it's what are we in? We're in December. That's only like 7 months away. Yo, this movie comes out only like in 7 months. December, January, February, March, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. Yeah, 7 months. We're 7 months away. We are 7 months away from Scary Movie 6. We are 7 months away from Scary Movie 6. That is crazy. That is crazy as hell, dude. That is crazy as hell. That is crazy as hell. So yeah, the movie finally finished filming. Apple Reiki says Rockstar won't release GTA 6 till November 2026. Like just released that stupid game. Damn. I know that's crazy, right? That's crazy, right, Apple Ricky? My brother wants to get the game too. But eventually I'm probably gonna end up getting the new Jurassic Park game first. And the new Halloween game next year. I think what Rockstar is doing is they're trying to cram in every new bit of updated technology into the game. So I guess the game won't feel outdated so fast, you know. So that's why I think they're taking long with the game. I think they're trying to like fit in as much possible of current pop culture and current technology right now, so the game won't feel so out. But I mean, technology evolves really fast, so it probably will feel. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore. Apple Ricky says, "Remember Martha? Martha May. Remember Martha May had the Christmas light gun in the Grinch? Oh yeah, that's what it looked like when I when I shit up the tree. That's crazy, Apple Ricky. That's pretty funny though. And the Grinch, the one with Jim Carrey, huh? Yeah, that's the one we're talking about, right? Damn, that's funny. Let's keep smashing the thumbs up right there. Let's get it up to 25, guys. Come on. Let's get it up to 25. Apple Ricky says brown Christmas. Ah, that's nasty. That's nasty, Apple Rick. Apple Rick is actually yellow Christmas because it was yellow. That's nasty. Even our girl says, "Okay, I got pulled away. You can report the Scream stuff." I already reported the Scream stuff. I'll report it again though. I'll report it again though. All right, Emo Nerd Girl, listen up. Wait, what the heck? Sorry, that was a YouTube video. I clicked on the wrong article. That was a YouTube video. All right, Emo Nerd Girl. So yeah, the first article I read, it says that Emo Nerd Girl, you there? So yeah, it says that Skeet Ulrich says he was supposed to return for Scream 7 before Melissa Barrera's firing. So Skeet Ulrich was supposed to return for Scream 7 before Melissa Barrera got fired. Obviously, she played his daughter, you know? She played his daughter. But since she got fired, he couldn't come back for Scream 7 because he only existed in her imagination, you know? In her visions, you know? So that's why he wasn't able to come back for Scream 7. And like I said earlier, that just proves to me, that just proves to you also that the Carpenter sisters had a trilogy, a planned trilogy. Because it even says right here, Skeet Ulrich says he was supposed to return for Scream 7 before Melissa Barrera was fired. That proves to you that there was supposed to be a trilogy for the Carpenter sisters, but the trilogy got scrapped because she got fired, you know? So yeah, that's pretty much what the article is saying, is that Skeet Ulrich was going to return for Scream 7, but couldn't because Melissa Barrera got fired. And like I keep saying, that pretty much proves that there was a planned trilogy for them as well, you know, for the Carpenter sisters. And we never got to see the end of their trilogy. That's crazy, because they had a script ready to go and everything, you know. They had a script ready to go and everything. Apareka says, imagine someone shit the bed. Apareka says, the Christmas light gun. If someone shit in the bed, it'd be a brown Christmas Santa. Wouldn't want to deliver presents there because they'd stink. That's nasty, Apareki. That's nasty, yo. That's nasty. All right, here we go. Here's another article I found. Let me see. Skeet Ulrich reveals the Scream reboot's original endgame. What? Let's hear this. This is interesting. I missed this one earlier. But yeah, it says right here, Skeet Ulrich reveals Scream reboot's original endgame. The Gizmodo.com is reporting. Skeet Ulrich reveals the Scream reboot's original endgame. The former Billy Loomis speaks out on what his repeat haunting would... wait, hold on. Let me reread that. The former Billy Loomis speaks out on what his repeat hauntings would have led to in different version of Scream 7. Damn, you see? There was supposed to be a Scream 7, a trilogy with the Melissa Barrera and the Carpenter sisters, but it got scrapped because of her firing. The Scream franchise came back to life with a legacy sequel in 2022, followed by a second installment the next year. It was clear there were plans in store for the Carpenter women, particularly Big Sister Sam, Melissa Barrera. Now we know what would have played out on the big screen. Skeet Ulrich, one of the original Ghostfaces, who is now in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, told Entertainment Weekly he was first approached with a 3-picture arc. You see, there you go. That's so tragic, poor Melissa. Yeah, but she should have just stood quiet until she finished the movies, you know? And then she could have gone political after. Probably ran for president or something. But yeah, Skeet Ulrich on the original Ghostfaces, who's now in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, told Entertainment Weekly he was first approached with a 3-picture arc for Sam to be haunted with visions of his character and her biological father, Billy Loomis, through his repeat appearances. Sam would have wound up a Ghostface herself. Damn, you see? I knew it. I knew they were going to make her a Ghostface. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. But let's see how it goes, though. What type of Ghostface, though? Okay, then we're gonna. She would have wound up a Ghostface herself. Something the two films hinted at by having her kill one of the Ghostfaces in each film. Scream 6 ends with her looking at Ghostface, at the Ghostface mask before dropping it in the street to go join her friends, which you could read as her leaving the dark past behind or preparing to truly embrace. Let me reread that, guys. Which you could read her, which you could read her as leaving her dark past behind or preparing to truly embrace it in a follow-up. But these plans fell apart due to certain things, which is Ulrich's polite way of saying Barrera was fired by the franchise owner Spyglass in 2023 after coming out in support of Palestinians in the early days of the Israel-Gaza conflict. Ortega subsequently dropped out afterwards. Dido Christopher Landon, who took over directing duties after Tyler Gillette and Matt Bantinelli left the shoot Abigail. Scream 7 is directed by Kevin Williamson, who wrote the first and fourth films with Carpenter sisters MIA, Neve Campbell back as Sidney Prescott. The film, which includes fellow franchise alums Courtney Cox, Mason Gooding, Jasmine Savoy Brown, and Matthew Lillard, is due out on February 27, 2026. Ulrich reiterated to EW that he won't be back for the film, and in fact knows nothing about it. Okay, so that's it. So Sam was gonna end up becoming a killer herself. Sam Carpenter was gonna end up becoming a killer herself. That's crazy, but I kind of knew they were gonna go that way either way, because they were kind of hinting at it in the first two movies. What else? The way she went unhinged, killing Bailey and stuff. And she was wearing the Ghostface costume when she killed Bailey at the end of Scream 6 with Billy's mask. So yeah, that is true. That was all hinting towards that. That was all hinting towards her becoming a Ghostface. But that's crazy. Because now that the original Scream 7 didn't happen, maybe now in the future, through some type of miracle, they could bring back the Carpenter sisters. And now Sam won't even be a Ghostface. She'll just be like a good guy, like Sidney and them, It would be dumb to make her a Ghostface by that point, Because all this was supposed to be going on when she was a younger woman, By the time, if they ever bring her back in a new Scream movie, she's going to be an older woman, more like on par with Sidney and stuff, Her and Tara would be older, So it wouldn't really make no sense for her to like go crazy and become a killer at that point. It would have made sense for her to be crazy and Scream and go become a killer in Scream 5, Scream 6, or Scream 7, but it wouldn't make sense later on. But yeah, hell yeah, that's it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, that's cool. Original Ghostface actor confirms fan theory that Sam Carpenter was supposed to be the killer in Scream 7. You see, everyone knew it. Everyone knew it. Yeah, Melissa Barrera could have played a good killer, a hot one too. She could have played an awesome killer. Gimo Nerdgirl says that would have been badass, right? That would have been awesome. That would have been totally awesome, right? That would have been totally awesome. That would have been totally awesome. Wait, what? Oh, okay, we already read that. There's a lot of news on Billy Loomis not returning for this movie. Skeet Ulrich confirms that he is not in Scream 7. Confirms that he is not in Scream 7. Yeah, that's crazy, huh? Yeah, I almost felt like he was gonna come out just because we got so used to seeing him, But I trip out because are they gonna be supposedly though? This isn't confirmed, but supposedly they're gonna be using AI and all that stuff to make fake FaceTime calls and stuff like that. So I mean, wouldn't Billy be one of them? It's just crazy to me. What if it's not true? What if he is in the movie? What if he is in the movie? Because it's just like it just like makes no sense for them not to use Billy. Like, if they are using any of this AI stuff, which probably you see, maybe they're not using AI. Maybe they're not. I don't know. Let me read. Let me look at the older articles. So yeah, it's just a theory, the AI theory. So it's just a theory that supposedly they're gonna be using AI. Dwar says, "My name is Don Roberts. What's up, Don Roberts? What is up, Don Roberts? How you doing? How you doing, Don Roberts? Welcome to another episode of, or no, if you're new here, Don Roberts, welcome to Horror Sundays. Welcome to Horror Sundays. Today is episode 47. Please like and subscribe. My name is Frank. This is Hollywood Horror Film Club. If you're a fan of horror movies, please like and subscribe to the channel. Please smash the thumbs up. Yes, yeah, Don Roberts. Please smash the thumbs up. Get us up to 25, Don Roberts. Get us up to 25, please, Don Roberts, so more people could join us here on the live stream. Please, Don Roberts, get us up to 25 on the thumbs up, please. Imonuri Girl says, did you see her in the Monster movie? No, I haven't seen that Monster movie, though. I've heard about it. I've heard about it. Melissa Barrera, she's with like some wolf-looking dude, huh? Imonuri Girl says, Skeeta's the OG. They have to bring him back. I know, that's what I'm tripping out on. That's what I'm tripping out on. But I mean, honestly, like the whole AI thing is just a theory for Scream 7. So, I mean, like if they're not using AI, it kind of makes sense why he's not coming back, because there will be no need for him, Sam's not in the movie. They're not using AI, so they don't even need his likeness, So I'm just tripping out, though. How are they going to incorporate Roman and Stu together, though, It's just crazy to me. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. Crazy as hell. Imagine I don't know. It's crazy to me. Scream 7 is crazy because, they're pushing it as if Stu's going to be one of the killers. But if we already know Stu's going to be one of the killers, then it's not really a surprise or a mystery, It's not really a surprise or a mystery. Imagine the daughter's the killer. That would be shocking. That would be shocking if the daughter was the killer. Isabel May's character, Sydney's daughter, that would be shocking if the daughter was one of the killers or just being a patsy in the murder spree, just to I don't know, mess with her mom or something, That would be really shocking. That would be shocking. I honestly thought McKenna Grace's character and Isabel May's character were going to be sisters. And that would have been cool. One of the sisters would have been the ghost face, and not the other one. That would have been awesome. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I just got to wait till the movie comes out. Aporeki says, imagine someone did rang the doorbell, pulled their ass, and they answered the door. Shit came out and their asses in fireball. Oh, come on, Aporeki. That's nasty. That is crazy. That is crazy, Aporeki. That is crazy. That is crazy. Aporeki says, imagine someone did that. That would be gross. That would be really gross. That would be really, really gross. Imonurgro says, well, Roman and Stu do have a history. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, but shouldn't Billy and Roman also have a history? In Scream 3, he says he what is it called? In Scream 3, Roman says he contracted Billy first. If you watch Scream 3 at the end when he's showing Sydney the videos of their mom, he says that he went to Billy first with the footage of his dad and Sydney's mom cheating, And Roman told him to find a partner to sell out in case he gets caught. So I'm wondering if they're going to retcon anything. I'm wondering what they're going to retcon because if you, like I said, if you watch Scream 3, Roman says he went to Billy first. And he told Billy to find a partner, and then and then Billy found Stu, you know? So it didn't seem like Stu even met Roman, you know? Or he could have as well. Maybe after after Billy hired Stu as his accomplice, you know? But wouldn't it make sense for Billy to also have a relationship with Roman, if not more of a relationship than Stu? Because the whole point of the killing spree and the whole point of the video was to make Billy snap and kill Maureen, you know? So they're gonna retcon something for sure. Apareki says, I named my rabbit Springtrap after Five Nights at Freddy. I found out my cat, Damien, after the Omen. Yeah, that's funny, Apareki. That is funny. Let's smash that thumbs up, guys. Let's get it up to 25. Come on. Let's get it up to 25. So more people could join us here on the live stream. Let's get it up to 25. Let's get it up to 25. And whoever's new here, welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. My name is Frank. Today is Horror's Talk. No, it's Horror Sundays, episode 47. Please like and subscribe to the channel. But yeah, that's interesting though. Like I said, wouldn't Billy and Roman have a more of a connection, you know? Because Billy is dating literally his sister, you know? And then their mom is literally, you know, cheating, you know? So it's just interesting. Caleb Hall says, do you look forward to Deathgasm 2? Yes. Why not? Why not? Why not? Hey, Caleb Hall, if you're new here to the channel, welcome to Hollywood Horror Film Club. My name is Frank. Today is Horror Sundays, episode 47. Please like and subscribe to the channel. If you're a horror fan, please smash the thumbs up as well. Caleb, please smash the thumbs up. Get us up to 25, please. So more people could join us here on the live stream. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And yes, Deathgasm 2, let's look something up about it, now that you reminded me. Deathgasm 2 right here. Some heavy metal. Let's see what it says. Oh, it's already out. Deathgasm 2 is already out. It's already out. I heard about this movie. It's like that Metalhead movie. And they all like wear like black metal makeup and stuff. Hell yeah. Hey, Caleb Hall, are you a metalhead? Caleb Hall, are you a metalhead? Let me know in the chat, bro. Are you a metalhead? Apparicus says, now I wish my name Rabbit Isaac after Children of the Corn. Not out loud. That's pretty funny. You should have. Emo Nerd Girl says, aren't Billy and Roman related? Or Sid and Roman? Sid, that's what I mean. Emo Nerd Girl. That's what I mean. Sid is related to Roman. They're half brother and sister. They're half brother and sister. So it would make more sense for Billy Loomis to have a connection with Roman other than Stu. Why does Stu have that connection with Roman, you know? When Billy was literally dating Roman's sister, when Billy's dad and Roman's mom were literally, you know, sleeping together, you know, that was the whole point of the killing spree. And Caleb says, I love heavy metal. Me too, bro. I love heavy metal, punk, grunge, all kinds of rock and roll and music. I love all kinds of music. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Caleb says, I miss Bray Wyatt. Yeah, man. That sucks, man. That sucks. We all miss our heroes, bro. But sometimes they gotta go, bro, you know? Sometimes they gotta go. But yeah, well, Deathgasm 2 is out already. I remember seeing the trailers for this a few months back, like around like in the summertime. And like around September, October. The first one's from 2015. I remember that one. I used to get drunk at that time so much that it was so, I don't even remember it. Caleb says the Wyatt Sick is so cool. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Let me see. Deathgasm 2. Deathgasm 2. Yeah, this is like it's kind of like a horror movie, huh? It's like a music horror movie type deal. Apocalyptic Carnage. Yeah, I gotta watch it. I haven't seen it yet. Deathgasm 2. Emo Nerd Girl says emo music. Yeah, it's like metal. It's like a metal movie. Look, check it out. It's this, Deathgasm. There's Deathgasm 1 as well that came out like 10 years ago. Yeah, it's like a heavy metal movie, like a thrash movie, you know? So if you're into metal or punk rock and stuff, you'll like this. Thrash metal. Thrash metal is basically punk, just more metaled out, you know? But yeah, Deathgasm 2. I have to check this out. I think, let me see what's it on. Where could I stream Deathgasm 2 on? Wasn't it on Netflix? Wasn't it? Hey, Caleb Haw, where can I stream this movie? Caleb Haw, where can I stream this movie if you're still there? I don't know if I remember seeing ads for it on Netflix or something, but Deathgasm 2, Gormageddon is a very new film premiering at a festival in 2025, so it's not widely available for streaming yet. Your best bet for now is checking independent horror platforms. Yeah, VOD or waiting for digital Blu-ray. Oh man, dude. Caleb says I'll have to look it up. It says that it's not widely available yet. Caleb, it says it's not widely available yet. That's whack. Only the first one. The first one's free to stream, I think I saw right now. I think I already seen that one though. I don't remember it much though, because I remember it came out back in 2015 when I used to drink a lot, hanging out with all the punks in the street back then. I must have seen. I think I saw it at one of the homies' house. We were like all drinking one night, and he had it on, but I was just so messed up, dude. I barely even remember anything. Let me see what was I gonna look for. Yeah. Emo says think Prime. Maybe, probably, but it says it's not widely available. Caleb says I'm a hardcore vampire fan and my brother's hardcore werewolf fan. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, I also grew up watching the Universal monster movies. You know, Frankenstein, Dracula, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Invisible Man, The Mummy, Phantom of the Opera, Bride of Frankenstein, Daughter of Dracula, all that good stuff. I grew up watching that as well. Interview with the Vampire is great as well. Hey, Caleb, do you like Interview with the Vampire? Do you like Interview with the Vampire? Caleb, do you like Interview with the Vampire? Let me know. That's probably one of my favorite vampire movies, honestly. Interview with the Vampire. I eventually want to make my own vampire movie as well. Eventually, yeah, that's another one on the books for me, is making something with vampires. Caleb Hall says, yes, Interview with the Vampire is badass, right? Because even though the vampires are all like beautiful looking, they're still scary, you know? They're still scary. Also, hey, do you like Twilight? Caleb Hall. Caleb Hall, do you like Twilight? I like the first Twilight. The first book and the first movie were good because it was kind of on par with horror. It had some horror elements, the first movie, with the evil vampires trying to hunt Bella. And yeah. So it has some horror elements, you know? The first Twilight. After the first Twilight, it got too colorful. It got too lovey-dovey. I'm not a big fan of romantic stuff, you know? So yeah, like after the first Twilight, I was not a fan anymore. Caleb says, I like the Interview with the Vampire movie and series. No Twilight. Yeah, I like Interview with the Vampire. Like I said though, I'm a fan of both. Honestly, I'm a fan of both. Interview with the Vampire is cool because they're more scarier vampires. Like I said, though, I'm a fan of both. I'm a fan of the first Twilight only. Only the first Twilight. Like I said, only the first Twilight because there is still some horror elements there. And I like that they're in Seattle. It's cloudy and rainy, you know? I like that. There was more horror. It was more horror-esque, more thriller, you know? Especially the fight at the end with James and Edward. It was pretty good. Let me see. Caleb says, Dracula, Lestat. Oh, yeah, Lestat. I can't pronounce it right. Lestat or Lestat. Lestat are my favorite vampires. Yeah, Lestat's evil. Lestat is a jerk. Lestat. I'm gonna say Lestat, bro. I hear people saying it so many different ways. Lestat. Yeah, Dracula's evil shapeshifter as well too. She's literally the spawn of Satan. Yeah, but Lestat is crazy. Yeah, he's like the antagonist. Huh? In Interview with the Vampire, he like drinks the blood from the dead kids. Remember? And then spoiler though, spoiler for like a 30-year-old movie. And then what was her name again? Kristen Dunst's character. I forgot her name again. She slits his throat. It was so cool, dude. It's a badass movie. I like that they wear all the 1800s fashion and stuff. It's so cool. So cool. Caleb says, I really like True Blood. I never really got into True Blood. I never really got into True Blood for some reason. Caleb says, I do dig werewolf movies too. Yeah, werewolves are cool too. Werewolves, yeah. I remember, seeing the Wolfman, the one from Universal, the old school one. And then the Silver Bullet thing, and then let me see, I kind of forgot it. I need to rewatch it again though. What else? Have you seen Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet the Wolfman? Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet the Wolfman, and Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet Frankenstein. Has anyone seen those? Let me know in the chat. Has anyone seen those? Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet Frankenstein, and Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet the Wolfman. I love those growing up too as well. But yeah, vampires are awesome, man. I plan on making my own vampire fan film eventually. That'll be pretty cool. All right, thank you so much, Hollywood Horror Film Club, Ghostface and Michael Myers collectors, and new subscribers for joining me here on another episode of Horror Sundays. Today was episode 47. Like I always say, please like and subscribe to the channel. Really helps you out a lot in the algorithm. Smash the bell notification and be notified when I go live or upload new videos here on the channel. Hit the comments below. Share these videos with everyone you know, so we can continue making more content here on the channel. Also, follow me on Instagram for more horror content. Link down in the description if you'd like to leave a donation to the channel. Sometimes we run out of fake blood, prosthetics, and stuff like that, makeup for our fan films. So Cash App link down below. And if you can't do that, just keep smashing the thumbs up, all right? Just keep smashing the thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday, all right? I'll see everyone on Wednesday. Take care, everyone. See you guys Horror Talk Wednesdays.